Good evening.
Wait, is it,
Microphone? Is it working?
is there a switch on?
Yep. Let me.
Here you go.
Now is it working? Yep. Okay.
Can you talk to the mic though?
Okay. Thank you. My name's Kathy
Can you
Cato.
talk to the mic a bit closer?
A little bit closer. Okay. My name's Kathy Cato. I was born in Tacoma, grew up in Lakewood, started my family in University Place, and now live out in the Roy area. So I have a long history in Pierce County. I went through, since I know I'm limited on time, and I went through the agenda, so I'm just going to follow your agenda. Under first reading, the voting requirements for Charter Review Commission, I do agree with that. As I testified or spoke to my last time here, C14 and C15, the public safety stabilization, I am still in favor of that. Things that I didn't know and understand, I just skipped them. I don't agree with the housing stability. I don't agree with C3, R1, R4, and R5. I disagree with the council district boundary discussions. For your voting consideration tonight, the C21 I do agree with. C24, 29, and 34 I totally disagree with because we need to work on public safety, and if there are limited funds, as I keep hearing from Ryan Mello, then I don't think we should grow government at all. If I'm still within my time, I would like to say that I really appreciated my last visit when Paul Pastor spoke, and I'm 100% in agreement with him. So please listen to somebody who lived under both appointed and elected sheriff positions, because he said that elected was better. So please, no voter suppression. Let us choose.
Thank you. Emily.
Just leave it on when we're done.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear me okay? All right, my name is Emily Anderson, District 1. At the April 6th Pierce County Charter Review Commission meeting, Pierce County Executive Ryan Mello stated, "It's essential that executive staff, county departments, and the public have sufficient time to understand what's being proposed by its governing body, that we have the ability to analyze impacts and provide meaningful input. Improved notice of amendments will greatly improve the executive branch's ability to execute effectively. And a better process, I believe, leads to better decisions and better outcomes for the people that we serve." I recommend watching his presentation, as he mentions the charter functions as our county's constitution, and we are not to fundamentally change the structure of county government, but to strengthen how it functions. I have had a chance to review some of the proposed amendments that became available to the general public less than 72 hours ago, and I'd like to state a few of them that are more appropriate for a county ordinance rather than the charter. C26, C27, and C29. Even though I do not agree with these amendments, they are in fact proposed amendments that the general public has a right to access all proposed amendments in one place on the website. The fact that they are not could be viewed as a violation of RCW 9A.80.010, official misconduct, which leads me into proposed amendment C3 and C5, vacancies of office. If C3 and C5 were in fact right now in effect, every commissioner in here would be subject to removal from the office for the lack of transparency taking place. As of last night, there have been 5 meetings that took place and no minutes available to the public. That's 20 hours of meetings. This needs to stop now, or there will be an initiative to get rid of the charter. All political power is inherent to the people, and the government derives their just powers from the consent of the governed and are established to protect and maintain individual rights. Thank you.
Carol Sue Brayton, 5th District, 5.
I'd like to duplicate exactly what she said. Some of these are in conflict. Some of the C ones that she mentioned in particular are in conflict with the RCWs. It's been extensively hard throughout this whole procedure to be able to access some of the documents that we are supposed to be commenting on. And in many facts, we haven't been able to find them. They've been hidden. So I'm asking for more disclosure. Some of them conflict with our state constitution. We cannot be in conflict with our state constitution. I'm looking at different things like the one that was the C3 through 5, as she mentioned. These, again, they're strict guidelines in certain things. I'm asking also to look at the way the wording is on the from the coroner with the medical examiner. We may in fact need both. There are some other things that, again, many of these things are very difficult to find and research online. And this has been a complaint to me personally. So I'm asking that the commissioners, that these would be looked at and given access to in a better way. Thank you.
Carla Scott?
Carla Scott, District 5. I support Amendment C26 as a means of giving the people of Pierce County a way to make a difference in the appearance of our community. When I went to the governor's one-day Washington State Patriots Day event in DuPont, Washington last March, and the one the year before that, I was honored to be part of a one-day recognition of the military. From that event, I thought it would be equally satisfying to be a part of recognition of the respect for our community and its beauty that seems to be lacking today. It appears that the Pierce County agency that is responsible for litter pickup has failed to do their job. Our streets and common areas are a disgrace. I would like to do something to change that. My understanding is that a policy is the rules and regulations, and a process can be the tasks needed to lead to a result. I'm asking you to support C26 as a task to identify one day, just one day, as a community litter cleanup day. Thank you.
Thank you. John Leslie?
John Leslie, District 5. You've all got my handout. I'd like to talk tonight about consistency. So far, we haven't seen a lot of consistency in the deliberations here. As I pointed out in previous meetings, an appointed sheriff was okay, but an appointed executive is not. Conflicts of interest because of marriage is wrong. The conflicts of interest because of money or influence is not. So last week, the vote on C22 was very disappointing. The dissenters made it over and over again the point that it was a policy issue and therefore it should be rejected. Now, I can't say that I completely disagree with that, but if we're going to be consistent here, we need to strike a whole bunch of these other ones because of policy things. In addition to that, the county charter itself has policy statements in it. I point them out in my handout here. C2, intergovernmental cooperation, the current charter says it shall be the policy of the county to enhance in every way possible intergovernmental cooperation. That's a policy statement. We're inconsistent here. You have one that's on the agenda tonight on Veterans Affairs. In the existing county charter, it's actually titled that, Veterans Policy. And the language in there is very short. It says the council will adopt a policy, so it's relegating it to the council, but it's still a policy statement in the charter. There are some ones on the agenda tonight, C26, C27, C29, that could all be construed as policy. There's some other ones that will be coming. Some of them we don't even have the text on. Are we done? All right. Hey, on a personal note, I won't be here for the duration of the meetings here, but I'm not running from you. Mondays won't work for me, but I'll be watching.
Thank you. Ian Armstrong.
Ian Armstrong, District 7. I just want to start off with something that hopefully can maybe be a little contagious. I'm going to admit when I get something wrong, because that's the right thing to do, okay? It is not against the state constitution to turn a sheriff into appointed. There's a little teeny tiny little sentence that makes it okay, tucked into a corner that's hard to understand, but it's there. So maybe we can think about that a little bit and admit when we're wrong, because I was wrong. Okay, C23. This is going to shock you. I'm going to side with Commissioner Rydell Kelly on this one. I know. Catch your breath. So I'm big into this push against what we're dealing with the state level on initiatives, where we're basically getting told to screw off on that, and I can't in my right mind support making it easier for initiatives on the state level and then not support it here. So Commissioner Rydell Kelly, I think you've got a good one there. Let's see if maybe we can get that one through. However, I want to propose that we look at 8.7 in the charter, because that's another one that needs to be brought to the same verbiage. It's 8.7. Remember that one, okay? Other than that, obviously the same dead horse that I've been beating the whole time. The sheriff, that now's not the time to switch this up, okay? Just because our emotions are high doesn't mean that we need to make him appointed, or him or her, because, you know, who knows who's next. But let our voices be heard. That's all I'm asking. Let's vote no on that one as well. So thank you.
Ian Shears.
Good afternoon. My name is Janine Brashears. I live in South Hill, District 1. And I'm here I'm speaking on the amendment regarding appointed versus elected sheriff. And I understand that Pierce County has a history of going back and forth between appointed and elected sheriff. But as I started to say last week, I'm here because my family and I support an elected sheriff. And we also support our friend Keith Swink, because we know that if the truth needs to be told, he'll tell it. And contrary to popular belief, that's a valuable thing. I talked a little bit about hypocrisy and double standards last time. I just gave the definitions, and I said that I think that we can agree that none of us like those things. And there's just been this amendment follows State Senate Bill 5974, which some good things have been happening with that lately, so that's good. But when it was passed out of the Senate, Thurston County Sheriff Derek Sanders even called it the most hypocritical bill that he's ever seen. And then he went on to list actions by elected officials that would result in removal for the sheriff. We simply ask, why the double standard? And in January 2025, Washington State House Democrats changed a 132-year-old rule so that now only a majority is required in the legislature to end debate on legislation. And changing the rules when we don't like how the game is going is not an effective or productive way to run the government. Hypocrisy and double standards and losing the trust of those you're charged to represent are not an enduring path to success. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes any public comment and engagement. It's this one. So that takes us online. If anyone online would like to speak, please raise your hand.
And same with Madam Chair, so I just got a message from someone online saying that the audio was a little hard to hear. So if anyone's online and it sounds a little bit better, they let us know, one of the commissioners. How does it sound? Does it sound a little better? And, other?
You sound good, but the public hearing and, whoever is leading off, I don't know if it's Kelsey or Martha, is a little muffled.
Okay, just a second.
Because the microphone, I think, Jared, that you're using is where you're at, closer to the commissioners.
So is this any better? This is Kelsey, by the way. Maybe not any better? Seeing the head shake. So obviously we don't have a screen tonight, so I've got folks here online and I'm seeing some head shakes about it not sounding any better. Switching microphones, is this better?
Was there any noticeable change? I mean, you guys can hear me a little bit better because there's a webcam that's right next to us. So that's also picking up the audio.
I think the possibility is because the room is so big, high ceiling, it goes.
Yeah.
And so that's the contributing factor to that. So it's not really the mic problem per se versus the structure of the room. And it doesn't have any of those sounding boards that help prevent the sound from bouncing off. So I think it's what we have is what we have.
Okay, all right, well, we'll just resume in, Madam Chair, and, we'll just try and, I'll check with audio, during our recess and see what we can do. All right, stand by. For any members of the public who wish to provide comment, press the raise hand icon on Zoom, star 9 on your telephone keypad. And at this time, Madam Chair, looks like we have 2 hands. First hand's going to be, we have 3 hands. First hand's going to be, let me see, 4 hands. HT Joe, J-O-H. Please state your name for the record as well as your district. And you'll have 2 minutes.
You can hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Great. I'm Aaron Johnson from District 5. I'm here tonight just to speak in support of case number C-34. I am very much in support of this. I think we need more representation just overall across the country, especially at the county and local levels. So I think this has just been there, I think a lot also, this also falls on a lot of people I've spoken to, other people within this county that my neighbors and community members, they also very much supported this. So I hope that this does get moved forward, with the changes that have been made, just considering how much the county has grown when this was initially done in 1980 until now. We can't keep waiting on things to hopefully get better. Please just increase the seats. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Jeff Windsor. Please state your name for the record. We'll have 2 minutes at close your issue. Jeff Windsor, if you're talking, you're still with me.
Hello?
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes. And please state your district as well as your name.
All right, thank you. Jeff Winter, District 5, speak on proposal C1, the appointed chair. Madam Chair, last week I ran out of time as I was trying to explain why I believe this commission does not remove C1 from consideration, despite the fact that it's been deemed unconstitutional by the people. I also mentioned that it is quite apparent that legal counsel doesn't play a role in the direction of this commission. It is prudent that I remind the commissioners, who swore to uphold the Constitution, legal counsel did not. I'd like to ask, if you had a choice for legal counsel between the United States Supreme Court Justice or someone appointed to you by the county, who would you choose? I'm not saying that your current legal counsel is not well versed in legislative law or constitutional law. The United States Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas recently stated, and I quote, "When I was in law school, constitutional law, we never read the Constitution." I bring this up because it is clear to me that based on the questions not asked, if your legal counsel does not understand the law separate and declare rights of the people, as seen in Article 1 of our state constitution, and the legislative department as seen in Article 2 of our state constitution. For example, in the January 21st meeting where legal counsel was instructing you on grounds of your authority, she mentioned more than once that the legislature has all power. In Article 1, Section 1 of our state constitution says otherwise. May I remind you that the definition of constitutional right is a right guaranteed to the citizens by the Constitution, and so guaranteed as to prevent legislative interference therewith, perhaps lawful issue. In closing, our constitutions are law of the land, and they forbid those who govern from creating laws and abrogate the rights of the people. And the only reason we have allowed our government to violate our rights is we have led to believe that lawyers are ignorant of constitutional law. And I urge you to seriously reconsider any proposal that may infringe on the constitutional rights of the people. Thank you.
Thank you.
And all right, so next we have Vicky. Please state on the record, you will have 2 minutes as well as your district.
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Vicki Stanich, and I'm in District 6. And I just wanted to say that I strongly support, I know it's up for discussion on the agenda, but C27 on housing stability. I know some people are just, they have one leg in their housing and one leg out, and with families, these are working families. And also, I strongly support C29, the Young Persons Commission and Office of Children and Youth. And I strongly support C34, increased size of council to 9, and increased size of Charter Review Commission to 27, because our county has grown quite a bit. I've been here for over 30 years, and I think that's a good proposal. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And next we have Gloria Garcia. Please state your name for the record as well as your district. You'll have 2 minutes.
Hi, Gloria Garcia, District 4. Just for clarification purposes, I've spoken in the past about how I believe that the current sheriff has established a hostile work environment for the employees that are under him, which is 25% of all of our employees in the county. And the reason why I say that is because I don't believe that the majority of deputies hold the discriminating views that he has towards transgender people and immigrants that are legally authorized to work that he's discriminating against. The lawsuits are starting to pile up now. I would like him to correct course so we don't have to deal with a hostile work environment. I'm worried about the employees there. I'm worried about their families. What if they have a transgender kid? What if they have an immigrant parent? Or even if they don't and they just take offense to the language that he's using. It's irresponsible and it's creating a huge liability for our county every day that it is allowed to go on. That's what makes it so important to make the position appointed, and all the tests of just cause have to be met prior to removing him or anybody else. Thank you.
Thank you.
And lastly, we have iPhone. Please state your name for the record. So Madam Chair, at this time I am seeing no hands.
All right. Well, it looks like that concludes public comment for the evening. It does sound like the microphones have had a bit of an adjustment